Welcome back. Episode 4. We got Jahandar, Arlo, Miguel. Welcome back to you all. Arlo, we missed you the last 2 episodes. Glad to have you back. We're recording a little bit late to allow you to be on here. So
thank you.
Just be grateful, okay?
Thank you for accommodating a coach's lifestyle.
Coach's lifestyle. Baller. 24/7. It's been a crazy fucking week of football. We're starting from Champions League. We're starting from this guy being an absolute menace. I just want to preface with, we have beef, me and my friend Dylan, our friend Dylan, because I think this guy is shit. But he's had like a great week.
Clutched it.
He came on as a sub in the Champions League against... see? This is why we don't record it this time. Athletic Bilbao. Loading. He impacted the game so much. Like beyond the goal, like it's just like was a complete new look. They couldn't get past the Bilbao defense, and then him and Trossard they come on and reshaped the game completely. He also decided the Man City game with a sick little chip. I have no idea what the backline was feeling at the time, but
probably sad.
I just don't know why they sucked up so much. You know, there was no reason for them to push up that high. Like unless you're gonna run like a super successful offside trap, like that's already ballsy enough at that level, on kind of like a counter. But it didn't work because he was through behind, and then kind of caught Donnarumma out because he was unsure. You know, do I push up to meet? And then he kind of got stuck halfway, and it was a beautiful finish though. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, it was. Haaland's was too, even though he had like a freaking highway to run through between Saliba getting caught in no man's land. I kind of feel like the second half by Man City was really uncharacteristic. Like it was like Conte ball, low-key. Like, okay, we got the 1-0. We're gonna sit back and let him do whatever, throw whatever at us, and we're gonna stay compact. But like, I have no idea.
Maybe the like Italian prowess of Donnarumma is having an effect on the overall performance. You know.
Yeah, maybe Donnarumma is going like, guys, I need like 17 players in front of goal. That's the way we play. But honestly, I mean, it really was weird the way that they shaped up the second half.
Yeah, it wasn't great to watch, honestly. From a Man City perspective, it just was like they were really parking the bus almost, and it just made you.
Yeah, I guess how much do you think it is like props to Arsenal of like controlling play and building, not giving them space to breathe, and how much is Pep saying like we're gonna sit back more?
It just seemed like they were doing that tactically. It seemed like they were comfortable with that,
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, okay, let's just absorb the pressure. Arsenal doesn't have anything to break us down, which is not the case, And
yeah, they have a lot of weapons this year.
Yeah, and it felt like as the game went on that they were gonna score. Like I wasn't really surprised when they equalized after all that time, like knocking on the door. They had so much possession.
Yeah, it was. I would have liked to see them apply the same amount of pressure they were for that stretch in the first half, where it seemed like they were gonna get another goal. And then really interesting choice too in my mind, to bring Nani off so early. He looked great both in the midweek in the Champions League and in this matchup as well. So I was honestly surprised to see that. Glad to see Saka back as well. But yeah, that was a bit of a surprise because he looked like the only threat really in that first half for Arsenal in terms of creating chances and just being super direct, driving to the line, cutting in. But Yeah, interesting choice for City, I think, to try and soak up so much of that pressure for the entire half, knowing the quality that Arsenal had, not only on the bench, but on the pitch at the time. So
I liked how when Eze came on, like he was receiving ball like pretty deep and able to play make a little bit. Because in the last few games they had him out wide, and he's such a talented player. Like I feel like that's not the right way to use him. But I mean, it's a long season and he just got there, so I think we're gonna see a lot of different looks from him throughout the year, you know.
The Martinelli chip, real quick.
Yeah.
It has to be on the list of highest chips over the goalie. Or close.
Yeah,
you know,
that ball took
got, like,
forever to come down.
Like a yardstick, like highest chips.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the apex.
Like the parabola. It was like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This game was crazy too. I don't know if you guys caught some of it or the highlights, but 4-4, 2 goals in extra time from Juve. Our guy Guirassy didn't have a great game. He missed a sitter, and they didn't let him shoot the PK. He
really wanted to.
Yeah, he was hanging on to the ball, and his whole team was screaming at him while they were reviewing the PK to get it assigned officially. Like, the coach was like, give the ball to Ben Spaini or else. And I guess he gave up after a bit. But the game was crazy. I feel like Juve keeps having these wild score lines, and just like they look really unprepared at the back, but they're scoring, so that's it's very unusual to see Juve like this. You know. Vlahovic has 4 goals in 4 games, 2 in the Champions League, 2 in Serie A. But he hasn't played much. Like sometimes he plays only 20 minutes, comes on, scores. And it's interesting because they tried to get rid of him so much during the transfer window. Nobody was willing.
It makes you feel bad for him because he's a solid player, you know. So it's nice to see him chipping in goals and proving that he's, you know, one of the guys for the job.
Yeah, I think the highlight of this match was Guirassy wearing the Dortmund kit. Like, what the hell is going on? The kit man got mixed up. He was a high chip too. He was a high chip for sure. This game was wild. I mean, Champions League is truly back. Like, we have Karabag completing a 3-2 comeback in Lisbon against Benfica, and I've been to that stadium. The atmosphere is crazy. I can't imagine what this meant for Karabag, and I guess now they hired Mourinho for the job, so it's just interesting. It's all very, very
and it looked too
weird.
Like after Benfica scored that second goal, it looked for a solid like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. Like they were like until Karabag scored, it looked like they were gonna like go on to win like 4 or 5-0 or something. Like they just kept churning out these crazy chances. And there was another match that was going on that day that I had on one screen, and then I had the other view of the Golasso show on CBS where it ping pongs between all of the matches. And every time they like went back, they dragged another goal back, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like, it was crazy. And then I watched the highlights, and it was honestly a crazy match and a huge result for them. You know, I'm sure it's just been like a party week there, and you know, in some capacity in terms of getting that result against Benfica.
Can we circle back to you're saying you're watching one game live feed and then Golasso show on top of it?
Yeah, so I had the live feed on my monitor of the match I was watching, and then I had the Golasso show on my phone. It was honestly a very jarring way to try and watch.
Because then sometimes you get like, double, right? Then you get the same.
And then one feed is like slightly behind or slightly ahead, and that was confusing. So I'd have to like turn the volume down so nothing was ruined if the Golasso show feed was ahead. So that was a little disorienting, honestly. So I think this next match week I'll have to just maybe watch one game at a time.
You're just training. You're training your brain.
Yeah.
You know?
Getting all the footy.
Yeah, soak up as much football as possible.
A little sponge.
You're like a super soldier, except for football watching.
I was pretty unimpressed with the way that Tottenham and Real got their dubs, especially probably Real, because I mean, in our friends group we're a bit of a Marseille bunch.
Marseille appreciators.
Mm-hmm.
Marseille connoisseurs. But I mean, 2 PKs is classic Real Madrid in the Champions League. Evil ball.
Wait, why don't I know who that is? That's
I was trying to come up with a baller and be clever, but I'm too tired at this time. See what I'm saying?
David Vujanic.
Looks could be Luka.
Yeah, it could be Luka. No, this is just a meme template.
But you know that's Dave Vujanic from the Poet and Vuj comments below. It's like actually a picture of him as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's crazy lore right there.
I guess
Allegedly.
I'm just old.
Allegedly. Tottenham got their dub by scoring Villarreal scored an own goal in the first 5 minutes, and it was atrocious. It was like an own goal I've never seen before. Ball comes in from the side, keeper is laid out to grab it, and he just pushes it in his own goal. I'm like, I don't know how that happens, but then I thought, okay, this game's gonna end something crazy, 5-4, and then that was it, 1-0. So a win is a win. Liverpool does it again in the weirdest fashions against Atletico Madrid. They dominated, but then somehow they fall asleep and wait until the last minute. Otherwise, how are you enjoying a game at Anfield if it's decided before the extra time, you know? These fans are used to what they're used to. They want the late goal. So even if you're dominating a game, I guess you wait until they draw, they equalize you to score a late finish.
They do look a little shambolic in general, though, I'll say.
Yeah.
More so than maybe it feels deeper than the classic Liverpool.
Well, they've left a lot up to chance in the first games of the season. They've gotten away with it a couple times.
Yeah.
I will say that I thought one of the first Atletico goal I thought should have been given offside because of the player who was in front of the defender, kind of in the view of the goalie. And that's a rule that
it could have been an influential.
I feel like they're super inconsistent with that sort of call.
So inconsistent.
And I've seen it called offside.
I mean, they're inconsistent with everything these days.
I mean.
Handball, the handball rule is almost impossible to understand.
So much. That's what I was gonna say about the Madrid game that annoyed me so much, and the offside stipulations and stuff. There's no consistency, which makes sense because you have your officiating team in person, and then you have whoever's reviewing the video footage that day. I don't know if it's the same team all the time in terms of VAR, but I would presume that it's not based on, the times and how many teams are playing, blah, blah, blah. But it's just really agitating, both, I'm sure, as the people on the field, fans, and managers. How do you contend with the inconsistency of it all?
The Real Madrid handball was kind of crazy. I mean, the guy is sliding and it catches him as he's sliding, but he definitely catches it with his body first and then the hand. I mean, it's just I don't know how you prevent that. You're sliding, you put your hands on the ground because otherwise, where are you going to put them up here? You're going to slide like a water slide?
I know, even the one today that was given against Napoli was Like,
Yeah.
it's not
super close up. It touches his knee and then the hand. I mean, it's
The Salah goal was crazy though.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, I love the way Liverpool plays. I mean, if they can tighten it at the back a little bit, like, I feel like they're gonna win it all. But like, they need to figure out a way to not get scored on every game, because they do get scored on every game, no matter the opposition. I put this up because this is a pretty iconic kit in Italy, but the Atletico Madrid kits reminded me of this a lot. They were like this obnoxious blue that has nothing to do with Atletico, and then this template of like the lines around the armpit. I mean, it was just like, it looked like a third division.
And it has this big
kit to me.
red bar across the shoulders that looks kind of out of place.
Yeah, it's all very strange.
Crest in the middle too.
World class Harry. Dude, I'm tired. I'm sorry, dude. I was thinking, episode 4. You guys are getting a night episode, and yeah, we're experimenting here. So thank you for bearing with us. But Harry Kane is a murderer. This guy, I think. Let me see. I wrote down the stats, bro. 8 goals in the Bundes and 3 assists in 4 games. Then besides the game against Chelsea too, which I thought was gonna be a lot closer than it was. I was pretty impressed with Bayern. They kind of blew them out of the water pretty quick. But yeah, Bayern, I mean, they've won every game. They have scored 18 goals in the first 4 games of the league. I mean, scary. I feel like no one is matching up to these guys, especially in the Bundes, but like, I don't know who's gonna match up with them in the UCL either.
I mean, Elisa is looking sick.
Yeah. So they're all looking really like a well-oiled machine. My question for you guys was gonna be if Harry Kane is gonna beat Lewandowski's record of 41 goals in a Bundesliga season.
What's he at? Yeah.
What is he at now? 8, you said?
He's at 8 the first 4 games.
In the Bundesliga alone, or overall?
In the Bundesliga alone. In the Bundesliga alone. He's averaging 2 goals per game.
I mean, it's possible. He's on a sick one.
Yeah.
He really is on a
I feel like in terms of the years that Lewandowski scored 41 goals, the Bayern has more. I mean, I feel like they have more weapons offensively. I don't know. Maybe that's not true because they had Robin and Ribéry, a bunch of ballers back then too. But this. Go ahead.
No, they're looking crazy. I mean, yeah. My only thing, not to derail that too much, but my only thing is like I don't want to see him do that celebration 42 times.
Oh my!
Yeah, he has one celebration.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. I
mean, he has no sauce. He wears fucking Skechers. Like we all know that this guy has no sauce besides being a great footballer. But like,
he's got a lisp too. He's got a very strong lisp. Nothing against lisps, but it adds to his allure, you know?
Adds to
for sure
the mystique.
Yeah.
I mean, Lewandowski is famous for his TikTok dances, so I don't know who's. I mean, you're talking about breaking records.
Like, if I'm scoring goals that often, I would get so tired of doing the same celebration every time, you know?
I just hate it. I can't explain why I hate it.
I hated it as a Chelsea
I think you
fan.
know. I think we all know
this
why
is a
we
side
hate
note.
it. It's because he doesn't celebrate in a way that is like insanely stoked that he scored a goal. He's just like, here's another one, bam, and it just feels like.
Do you guys also hate the Gyökeres celebration?
Yeah, I
No,
kinda don't like
I mean, I don't
'Cause
mind that one
I
personally,
don't
but
really like it.
I mean, at least I feel like he doesn't score as
Also,
often, and definitely this season he
Did
won't.
Haaland
So
copy his celebration, or was that an AI image?
oh no, I don't think.
Okay, because I saw an AI image of Haaland doing that, and I was like,
Yeah, I don't think
this shit's getting out of hand, because I don't think he did that, you know?
No,
Yeah.
no, but he should have. He definitely should have. He won the Viking
But how many
Derby.
people are going to see that and think that he did it? Because it looked completely real, you know?
I mean,
Not
yeah.
cool.
Not
Yeah.
cool.
PSG put 4 past Atalanta with 4 different scorers. I feel like they're definitely turning it up in the Champions League. Atalanta is not an impressive team by any means this season, but like the way that they used to with Gasperini, they lost their coach, so I feel like they're not going to be as good this year, especially in Europe, but still impressed by PSG and their hunger of like wanting to win. You can see the different side of PSG in the Champions League, the way that the players are really like going all out. And then I watch Ligue 1 games every once in a while, and they're not. I feel like they're not. They know that they're gonna get the win.
Did you see today's game?
No matter how. Oh yeah, it's in
Okay.
here, baby. Alleluia. Yep. That's kind of what I'm talking about though. Like it's like the game from today, PSG, like I mean they went all out too. They really had a great game, but like I feel like there's a different aura about PSG in the Champions League these days, you know.
Yeah. I feel like having Cavaschelli on the front there too. I'm just thinking about how sick it is to see him balling on that level.
Oh my god, bro. I mean, you're talking to the right person.
Yeah.
My dream is that this guy wins a Ballon d'Or. That's my dream.
Bro, he's moving so like everyone's focused on a lot of people are focused on the other players, but I'm every time I watch them, I'm impressed by him.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. His goal is again, great goal. Great goal.
Yeah, he likes scoring goals against Atalanta. he has, if you guys go back, he has a couple of crazy goals against Atalanta.
He just seems like one of those players that he makes the players around him better too, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at this again, it looks like the Cheetos.
I was going to say, it looks like a chocolate bar. It looks like totally like some kind of chocolate bar.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, I am stoked though to see like all the tifos around like the smaller stadiums in Europe, because they really go all out, and like some of them are crazy, some of them are political, and I'm excited to see what ultras will come up with this season. Yeah. This was a really tough pill to swallow for me, because the game was over before it began, and I was so excited to see this matchup and to see how we can do against like one of the best oppositions in the world, but we didn't even get a chance with the red card in the first 20 minutes. And I mean, well deserved. I mean, he makes a mistake, he tries to make up for it. Some people said there was a foul in the build-up from Haaland, but I mean, I don't like the nitpicking VAR shit, so it's like, whatever, you know, we're gonna deal with it. And I'm sad for Kevin only getting like 20 minutes at Etihad, you know. Do
you think it was unfair to take him off as the sacrifice?
At first, you know, in the heat of the moment, I was like, what the fuck is Conte doing? But then I was like, it makes sense, because you're going to have to chase the whole game, and you don't want this guy at his fitness level, at his age, to be chasing Bernardo Silva and Foden. And, you know, if you're going to play 11v11 and hold on to the ball as much as Man City will, that's a different story. But I think it's the smartest move.
I'm just watching the replay right now. I feel like Haaland doing the card motion.
I mean, they're totally like, dude, the play stops. Like, the ref doesn't call the foul, and then Haaland basically stops the game. And it's like LeBron James in the NBA. It's like, oh, foul, I want a foul. Let me stop the game. You know?
Yeah.
Some players are like that. It's crazy that Haaland has become that kind of player. You know, he calls for a foul, they most likely give it to him, just based off of who he is. But I mean, it is a foul, so I don't. You know, I'm not saying.
Yeah, it's kind of a horror tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Di Lorenzo it was so close to being a perfect challenge, like literally so close. And you know, I mean, he didn't end up in a good position. You know, and you have to you know, do something. You know, because that's a goal. Otherwise, you know, I mean, unfortunately, you know, if you don't make any contact with the ball, you're being sent off. But you gotta do something at that level, or else that's a guaranteed goal from especially someone like Haaland. But
yeah, I feel like Haaland is like one of the few players in the world that he's gonna put that away. So that's 1-0 right there. But yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. But I think the rest of the games for Napoli in the Champions League are looking pretty good. We have Chelsea, which is gonna be a great game, but then I think we can expect to fight for the win in all the others. Yeah. Not that we won against Chelsea, it's just that's the hardest matchup.
I think in a sense, like maybe it's a good thing, you know, like you actually don't know what that result would look like with 11. So,
but that's what hurts. Is just that I have a gut feeling that we could have walked away with a tie. I don't know. I feel like we were so hard to break down. Like even 11 v 10, like it took 2 special moments to get the goals. Like Doku's goal is sick. And I mean, Haaland's too. I feel like the pass from Foden is incredible. Like, how are you going to stop that? So I feel like it took 2 pretty nuts, like, talented, well-timed moments. And
after sustained pressure, like, pretty much the entire match, too.
I get it.
You know, after that point. After
I will say, though, that we didn't give anything cheap away. Even 10v11, like it wasn't like, oh, you're just bombarding them with shots from inside the box. They were all just like pretty half-assed attempts from 30 yards out, you know. And we'll see. I mean, if there is football justice, we'll see them in the playoffs. And like in the elimination round, and then I'll really have my questions answered. But Rashford is back. I mean, love to see it. He had a pretty sick brace against Newcastle, and I looked it up. This guy hadn't scored in the Champions League since October 2020, which feels hard to believe. I mean, that's a long time ago.
Long time.
You know? Yeah. I guess he hasn't played many UCL games, you know, with Man U not qualifying for the Champions League most of those years. But, it's just I'm just happy to see him back. I like him as a player. You know, maybe as a person, sometimes he's a little questionable, but...
First goals for Barca as well.
Sick.
Yeah.
Or competitive.
First goals?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe he scored in the friendlies, club friendlies, but yeah.
That second one was
a belter.
Plummet.
Absolute beam. Yeah.
Beam. Yeah. Laser.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. I follow a Newcastle page that made this this edit of Baltimore, but they were also saying that they think there was a little discussion in the group, and they were saying Pedri is the best player that they've seen play in their stadium in a long time, and that's interesting. Most people were agreeing. I guess people that were there live really saw that. I mean, he was balling hard. I was watching Napoli. I mean, I was watching these 2 games. I was with Garrett watching both of them at the same time. It was hard to follow, though. So, yeah. I believe it, though.
That's cool that they had that angle. Like, I like that the fans were talking about that.
Yeah. I feel like Newcastle is struggling. They have had a pretty shit start of the season, considered they have some of the best. I think they have one of the best midfields in the world. Tonali, you got Bruno, Guimaraes. I mean, that's already a sick little duo, and you add Joelinton in that is like, bro, in career mode on FIFA, that's my dream midfield. You know what I mean? They can, all three of them can do everything.
Yeah.
So I just don't see how they're dropping points. They're really struggling to score right now. You know. They drew again this week, 0-0 against Bournemouth. I don't know. I didn't catch that game because I think it was pretty early, but I did catch the highlights, and it was just pretty classic, like stalemate. But yeah, they've had an easy schedule so far. They had Leeds, Wolves, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Liverpool. I feel like you gotta come up with more than 6 points, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you think they look bad, look at Villa's start to the season. Like,
yeah, but I would argue that Newcastle squad is way better than
I agree
Villa's.
with that, but Villa is seriously underperforming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they both are too, you know. It's, you know, I think no one, I mean, Isak aside, although Men in Blazers' little table breakdown at the end of the match week was, their caption was like something along the lines of like, maybe we did need Isak, but but I think that aside, like no one was expecting both Newcastle and Villa to have as flat of a start to the season as they both had, especially Newcastle. I think, you know, like you're saying, Matota's given the quality of the players that they can put out in their starting 11. It's.
I think what's really concerning is that they failed to score on 3 of those games against like easy matchups. Like, I mean, you know, there is no easy matchup in the Prem, but like at least like putting away goals, you know, and I feel like it's concerning. They have Arsenal next week, so I don't know. They might fail to score again. The Arsenal backline, besides that little mix-up with Haaland getting by, they've looked pretty solid. So
I mean, aside from that, they'd only conceded like what one goal. So
the Szoboszlai free kick,
which is a banger. Like no one's stopping that.
Yeah.
And that, you know, they aside from that, before playing City, they'd only conceded that goal in the league. So yeah, gonna be tough for them coming up this week to try and make up some ground, especially with the backline that difficult to break down.
Yeah. Here we are, Jahandar. That's your time. I mean, dude, I'm so happy for these people. I was at Swansea City last year around this time, watching Swansea play against Stoke. This is 0-0 game, as you could guess. But I got to meet some pretty incredible people, and it made me so happy to see this crazy comeback.
Yeah, me too.
Jahandar is a Swansea fan, so.
Yeah, it's nice when Swansea pulls off stuff like this because they're one of those teams that can do it. You know, you don't count them out. They'll pull off late winners and late turnarounds, but they'll also pull off the last couple of seasons we've been really susceptible to last minute losing goals. And I think it happened this past week, where we'll concede in like the 96th minute. You know, they look good the whole game. And so when you have the reverse, it's like doubly satisfying because they didn't have a stinker like that. It's also hilarious that it's against Postecoglou's
I was going to say,
Forest, with a pretty stacked squad, you know, with tons of amazing players. That Zinchenko is there. Not that Zinchenko is the best player in the world or anything, but
I mean, he's well above championship.
Yeah, he's above.
Level.
I mean, these players are all well above any of the players that Swansea has, and so it's sweet to see Swansea pulling it off, and they're getting good results. They've hired their the assistant manager got promoted to the first team kind of twice, and then they had good results with him the second time because they had sacked their previous coach, and they kind of decided to stick with him, and they're getting really good results under him, and it seems like the culture is good with him, which is exciting.
For the people that didn't watch this game, Nottingham Forest was leading 2-0. Then off of like maybe around the 70th minute, Swansea gets one back with their captain.
New
and
captain.
Then it's not until Burgess
signed him in the summer window. He's immediately the captain, real leader. And last January we sold our like captain of 10 years to Coventry City, which was kind of a major scandal.
Cabango?
Matt Grimes.
No. Matt Grimes, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Oh, I mean, I was going to say it's only until the 92nd minute they equalize, and then after a couple minutes at the 95th, they win the game with like a crazy banger. There's like a shot from 30 yards out, beams into the
crossbar,
into the upper corner, and then spills into like, again, the captain's feet.
And the shot was so hard that it came back off the bar at such a speed as well. And Burgess just got the most sweet half volley to redirect it on frame. And to pull off that technique.
Yeah, it looked like a shooting
and he's
drill.
like a beefcake like center back, and he's pulling off this amazing technique, left-footed volley.
Left-footed volley.
In the 97th minute.
I think he is left-footed, though. I think that's because he plays left center back, so I would assume he's probably left-footed. But still, I mean, doesn't take anything away from crazy goal. We were talking about Liverpool earlier. They also won again the Merseyside Derby. I mean, I have their schedule for the rest of the month and next month, and you guys tell me if you think they're gonna lose any of these games. They're gonna play Southampton, Crystal Palace, Galatasaray for the rest of September. But I think it's pretty safe to say they're going to win all three.
Crystal Palace, I put a maybe.
And then...
Yeah, Crystal Palace has been looking really good. But...
I think they have. It's the hardest matchup, but I still doubt that they will get a dub. I think they're playing at home, too. I think it's it's at Anfield. So, yeah, I mean, that would be tough. In October, they have Chelsea, Man U, Frankfurt, and Brentford. So...
Brentford?
I think they might... Brentford, yeah.
Just the way you said Brentford.
Yeah.
Brentford.
Is that how you say
Brentford?
Huh? Oh, Brentford. Whatever the fuck. I mean, they're not gonna win this shit. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
No, they'll beat... I think they will beat Brentford.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they will also. But, yeah, I mean, that would put them, like, perfect record until November. Isn't that crazy? If they manage to win.
If they manage to. I mean, it's a big if.
For some reason, I don't think they'll beat Palace.
Okay,
I think they're undefeated for quite some games as well, Crystal Palace. I think so.
Are? Let's see. I want to fact check this actually because
no fact checking.
I know, but this one I got to. I'm beaten for many games. We gotta see. Yeah. I mean, they just draw, which isn't great either. I mean, they don't like. I'm just looking over. They've drawn every game.
They have had a lot of draws, but I think it's been a while since they've had a loss.
They did win this week against West Ham, which, you know, it's not hard to do these days. But yeah, no, I mean, I like Crystal Palace, and I think it will be a good game. I still see Liverpool winning that one.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, they're gonna pick up speed. They're gonna pick up speed for sure.
Yeah.
Once the squad gels, they have a lot of new moving parts that are
I mean, Isaac has made no contribution yet.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to have someone on the bench like that potentially could put him at like even higher level somehow.
Yeah.
But I think their problems are at the back. They're fine scoring goals.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of problems at the back.
Yeah, these two clubs. But I did enjoy this game. I enjoyed the crazy heavy rain. I enjoyed the 2 red cards. I feel like, if I'm gonna watch Chelsea Man U these days, like I'm expecting something like this. I'm expecting a fight in the mud.
And it was a fight in the mud.
Yeah.
The angles of the rain were crazy. Like, it looked like it was just downpour for full 90. Pitch looked kind of questionable. There was a match they were talking about. I was watching like a stream on Sky Sports or something, a match like 20 miles north that got called off, and I saw a video of the pitch just like completely waterlogged. I think it was like a championship or League One match.
Championship match.
Yeah, and the downpour was absurd. The game was absurd. As soon as that ball got played in, I knew Sanchez was going to be up to some shit. As soon as I saw him come out, I just knew it was not going to end well. And
I mean, he absolutely destroyed Mbumo. Like, he didn't even. He doesn't even try. I mean, it's just like he swings and gets both of his knees like crazy. Like, I have no like, and then I guess the craziest part about that is that Mbumo just gets up like.
I love that though, honestly.
I feel like
props to him for not just like playing that for. I mean, obviously. I mean,
I think he knew right away. They all knew that it was a red, so it doesn't help like to stay on the ground or anything. But I think Casemiro's red card was like the most foolish of the two.
Yeah.
Because that one, you have time to think. Like when a keeper comes out, rushes out, like he's trying to do his best in a horrible situation. Yeah. So, like, your brain kind of just goes automatic, but, like, why is Casemiro on a yellow grabbing onto, I think it was Andre Santos, maybe, but, like, someone on a counter just, like, drags him down. It's like, dude, obviously you're going to get a second yellow.
Yeah, and the commentators were saying it was a harsh yellow. I don't agree with that at all. Like, you knew what you're doing. You might have gotten a piece of the ball on the challenge you're making, but you started with that pole. Especially for someone like him, I mean, perhaps less so of an
years of experience
DM now, but playing at that level in that team that he was in Madrid at such a high level is, the starting defensive mid. To get sent off for something like that seems so foolish considering where the game is at. And
what do you think would have been harsher? Like, would it have been harsher on Chelsea not giving the red card to Casemiro, or I mean, because I feel like if I'm a Chelsea fan and he walks away with that, then I'm pissed because I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
like,
I definitely
you stopped the counter, you're on a yellow,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just think it was silly of him to like go in for that at all. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Especially when I think the back line was set too. Like he didn't really need to do that at all.
Yeah. He doesn't look the same player at all.
Well, he didn't get any red cards in his entire career at Real Madrid.
He has a few.
But he has a few at United in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
you feel like they're putting him in a position where he's not comfortable, clearly, and making wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say real quick too that the Chalobah header was crazy?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, beautiful header. It was a little late. I would have liked to see that, like, first, like 50th minute maybe. That the game would have been so interesting. Yeah. I feel like, but with 10 minutes left, like.
Well, he made the subs that he made after the red card. Didn't want to risk Cole re-aggravating his groin because he's been working through a groin injury, which makes sense. But
then he also took out Estevao. I don't know why you need to take both out. But
he switched to a 5 at the back, or 3 at the back with wing backs, but did not pan out well. They did not pan out well. Harsh game. But on to the next.
The Roma derby. I mean, this was at like 3 a.m. I would have loved. I always like to watch this game every year because there's so much fighting, and I think that's really good. But I didn't wake up at 3 a.m. or I guess I didn't stay up. But Pellegrini, the childhood Roma fan, decides the derby again. It's 2 years in a row where this guy is like, I mean, I know like a lot of, maybe you guys aren't super familiar with Serie A, but like he's really hated by Roma fans because he's had poor performances under many managers, and there was a little bit of beef like saying that he wanted Mourinho out. I mean, it's classic Roma shit. Just a bunch of gossip, and that's the only thing that they talk about in Rome is the fucking locker room shit. Like, you guys know Vishay, like when we drive around Rome because he lives there, we put on the Roma station and they're just talking mad shit about their own players. Like, this guy's toxic. Oh no, fuck, this guy's like, bro, they go all day like that. And this guy's in the midst of that, being the captain. He hasn't played any minutes this season. Fucking gets the start in the derby, decides the derby. Like,
I just watched the goal. Like, his celebration is kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's like so relieved or something. The emotion is kind of hard to read.
I mean, I don't want to be extreme, but it's like he has a gun pointed at his head, and he just went like, "Oh my god, thank God I scored!" Like, fuck, like, what would people say? Like, it's not the reaction that you would get. Like, you're stoked to score a goal. Like, but also like he cried right away, like out of relief too. It was powerful for sure. I mean, besides the jokes, like it was actually like a pretty powerful image.
Well, especially he said he's a childhood Roma fan too, so that must even be like an even more painful for him to just be that in the negative spotlight of that as well.
Well, that's the thing, like Roma is a sick club. I mean, even though they're like one of many rivals that Napoli has, like I have a lot of respect for them because with the history of the captains like Totti, De Rossi, Pellegrini, like they're all guys from the city that are childhood fans, and they die for the team. And like, you know, my own experience of that is having Insigne as my captain, and I kind of hated that. But like, I think it gets messy when you have someone from your same heritage, from your same neighborhood even, that rocks the captain armband, and you know, then he plays like shit sometimes, like he says disrespectful stuff to the club. Like, it ticks you off way more than some random Portuguese guy or some random like Argentinian, you know. Like it's a different relationship. Trump supporter Chris Pulisic scored a brace this week. Milan is looking really, really good finally. I feel like they're dialed with Rabiot, Modric, Fofana. Is a strong midfield. I mean, they're about to get smacked next week, but that's besides the point. Might. No, I think it's gonna be a really close matchup with Napoli, but my dad might be at the game, so we might have some video playing in the pod.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So you'll notice that this game as well, Santi Jimenez did the usual thing that he does where he makes all of the opportunities 2 or 3 times more difficult to score.
Yes. And you know what made me notice that even more to the 10th degree is that Pulisic gets one chance in the box and just whips it in.
Like easy. He does the thing that you would do if you were a striker.
Yeah, because sometimes that's all you need to do is like your body is oriented towards goal. You just shoot as hard as you can,
but maybe
hit the target. But Santi,
this thing you're talking about,
I think it's the mental pressure,
like,
you know?
If you're the captain from the city and you have this added pressure and there's like this extra discomfort possible when you have Santi Jimenez, who's like a childhood Milan fan, he's experiencing so much stress maybe that he's overthinking all of this stuff and not just acting on instincts.
Well, I mean, I wish we had Max
That's
here.
what it seems like.
Because he played for his town, and like, you know, from having talked to him, it's just like it's a completely different thing. I mean, you're a footballer as a job, and then you go and play for your city, and it's like your job and your culture and your whole life is.
Where
right
was that
there,
he played?
you know, he played for Oakland
yeah,
Roots. He's from Oakland.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like that just
so it's
being
like-
added weight onto your shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, as outsiders, I feel like we feel like it would be the sickest thing, and it probably is. But I mean, I again, like, I saw what it did to Insigne and drove him to join the MLS at 30 years old, and like, I mean, it's not, you know, like, he could have gone to other cities in Italy. He had hella offers, but he declined them because, like, you can't, like, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Pellegrini could never play for any club in Italy.
Yeah.
Insigne can never play for any club in Italy. Even Berardi these days, like, who's been at Sassuolo for forever, like, it just be so weird to see him in a different kit. I think he would feel weird about it too.
Maybe if it
but-
was like a Serie B side that was promoted, you know, that's a bit different.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Cutrone, I don't know why I said it with the horrible American
Patrick.
accent. Patrick Cutrone. Patrick Cutrone, like, he went and played for Como last season, and he is from there.
Mm.
And it's cool to see someone who's been in the
And he
Serie
was
A
the
for
captain.
a very long time. Yeah. Help his own child, like, not childhood team, because they don't really have that history, but like his town to get promoted to Serie A. And he wasn't cutting it anymore. They said, you got to get out of here this year because we're actually
Well,
above
even
your
last
level
year he
now,
was
which
coming
is
off the
crazy
bench
turnaround.
partially.
But this year they have like a stacked attack. Like, they have like 6 young, really talented players, and Nico Paz behind them. I mean, Como is sick. Billy Gilmore on the podcast.
Let's go.
We're big fans. I hope to meet him one day. I really want to. I mean, I was like yards away from him at the celebration of Napoli Scudetto, but like, his aura is just like, bro, you guys all need to go and watch his goal.
I saw
It
today.
is a beautiful. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! What a beautiful goal! Just the composure,
Like, the awareness of this guy. Yeah, exactly.
It's so good. Just that first little. Love to
Yeah.
see it.
It's classic Conte ball. It's like, even though we're way above our opposition, like today, like, we still stress so much. I mean, it's almost like in the DNA of this team to like suffer, you know. They're like, oh, 3-1, like, it's comfortable, let's give them one, so we have to sweat it out. Like, I don't know, I hope that ends at some point,
it was
'cause it's been
3-2.
stressful. Yeah, they were up 3-1, but then they give a cheap one away. Like, Di Lorenzo again made another mistake this week,
Because the second goal they gave away was just total freebie. It was like,
oh yeah, he could have done anything but what he did. He passes it in the path of the striker.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also concerned. Sorry, Arlo, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I'm a little bit concerned for Di Lorenzo because he's the kind of he's a very emotional player, and he's had seasons where he makes a mistake and then every week he starts making these atrocious mistakes. He had like a crazy bad season a couple years ago, but anyways,
Playing outside
I'm
back
just
is
stressed.
hard. It's a hard position.
is he the captain as well?
Honestly, it's a hard position.
he is the captain. However, he doesn't have the childhood club stress, but he does have the stress of like, okay, now you've captained 2 Scudettos, and you know who else did that? Diego. That's the only person. Like, bro, it's crazy. The only person to win 2 Scudettos with Napoli as a captain is Diego Maradona and Giovanni Di Lorenzo. It's like, you know, like, but like, it sounds insane, but I swear to you that like some of that pressure is there for sure. Like, the fact that it's like we're like the best we've ever were. besides the Diego era, and he's the captain, I feel like there is stronger, more charismatic people on the team. You know, but I mean, nothing against him. I really like him. You know, but I think he's starting to feel some of that pressure. Wanted to talk about La Liga a little bit because Barca and Real are running away with it again. You know, big surprise. But I feel kind of sad for Atletico. And this is the kid that we were talking about earlier. It's like, I really.
And not only that, it has this shit Saudi sponsor.
Yeah.
Just to top it off.
These Saudi sponsors are a friendly reminder that European football is really owned by them. You know, like, quick little parenthesis, but last year, Roma had a Saudi sponsor. I think it was Visit Riyadh, while both cities, Rome and Riyadh, were both candidates to host the expo, the next expo, the World Expo. And so
they received a Saudi player on loan or purchase or something in some shady deal, and the guy was clearly not good enough. It was just like a publicity thing.
No, he was like, he had the most atrocious touch but under Mourinho he started. Crazy. That's the thing, is like, yeah, I mean, but yeah, Julian Alvarez is one of my favorite strikers. I think he has everything I want in a striker, and he gets taken out like so often by Simeone. And this week he actually shared his frustration. He was saying, I think he was on the bench just going like, why is it always me? Some Balotelli shit, but reverse. You know?
I think if you shave your beard, you look kind of like
negative Balo. I mean, he's Argentinian. I mean, they're Italian. You know, they're a colony of unofficial.
Basically, Messi's Italian is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has Italian ancestry. Yeah, I mean, most Argentinians are either Italian or German, but I mean, that's
don't ask why they're German.
I think. Yeah, don't ask why they're Italian either. But yeah,
how long do you think Simeone can like play out this role that he's been in for this long?
I mean, I think it's coming to an end naturally. I think they didn't have the most brilliant season last year, and the thing is that he is. I've because at first I was like, is he just trying to play defense all the time? But actually watching their games recently, I think he's not. He's trying to evolve, like from just parking the bus.
He's trying, yeah.
I think if they give him time, he might at some point get it. I think he's so influential as a manager for them that he has all the time he wants, as long as he stays clear of like relegation zone, probably, you know?
It would be cool to see him go like 10 more years or something crazy.
Yeah, until the end of time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know an Atletico fan from Madrid that I would like to ask that question to. I might this weekend report back, because you know, it'd be interesting to know how they feel about it. Like, oh, it's time for him to go, or do they want 10 more years? I don't know.
The passion for him's there, though. They cut to a fan during their match against Liverpool, and he had a Simeone tat on his chest, you know, like a portrait of him. Like, he's beloved by them, but it has been a long ass. I was a teenager at some point when he was their coach, and now, you know, I'm definitely not a teenager, and he's still their manager. So it's honestly, like, you know, very rare these days to have, you know, a manager with the team with that kind of longevity. But yeah, interesting to see what will shape out in the future.
And we kind of know how those spells end a little bit too. Like, you know, most clubs that lose their coach that has been there for a decade, then they hit a rough patch. They don't just jump into the next thing, you know. definitely results wise, but even just style wise. Like I think about Real Madrid, like they're probably, I mean, they're, constantly, I think, reshaping right now. Like, because Ancelotti, like, I don't like him as a coach, but you gotta say, like, the results are there. And I think mentality wise now, I mean, obviously they're a stacked team, but when are they gonna win their next champions? I don't think they will even get close this year, to be honest. But we'll wait and see.
And Barca's been like that too. After Pep and Man United, obviously after Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah. Juve after Allegri too. Like they, I mean, it's natural. You get comfortable with one coach.
New England Revolution after what's his name?
Okay, I have a Jimmy Garoppolo. I have a surprise for Arlo. I think you would like this guy.
All right, let's see.
The pirate Vedat Muriqi.
Oh yeah.
You got this guy has, less teeth than goal. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to piece it together. I'm too tired to make a joke, but like he's played in Serie A. I've watched him a lot in Serie A, and he's been at Mallorca for a while. He's hit 4 goals in 4 games. And Mallorca has scored 5, so he has 85% of the goals for the team right now.
That's sick.
Just making a note of like this guy is really a weird kind of striker. If you want to watch some highlights,
I feel like we watched the game together last season randomly where he had a couple goals, like 2 goals in the match, and like they were both kind of like super clinical for no reason.
Yeah, he likes scoring against Real Madrid. That's kind of what he does. So he might have been that game.
Yeah. Just like weirdly clinical for what this guy looks like.
Yeah, exactly. The Zerbi CV is getting a new page today because the 1-0 win against PSG. Do you guys want to guess when the last time was that Marseille beat PSG in Ligue 1?
The 90s.
Do you want to guess? No, I think that's a bit extreme. I mean, especially after PSG wasn't very good in like the early 2000s and stuff, but
probably since
no,
then,
they haven't,
right? Like 2000s, 2010s.
They haven't won against them since 2020, but then the time before then is in 2011.
Yeah, it's
so in the last 15 years is only happened twice.
They lost their last 12 home matches against PSG. So at home they haven't beaten them for at least 12 games.
Yeah, 12 years. I guess they got a dub away 5 years ago, and then the one before then is 2011.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I think personally the Marseille goalkeeper Geronimo Rulli is the best keeper in Ligue 1 to me.
He had a great game. He
had a crazy game against Real Madrid too.
I mean, now that Gigio's gone, especially too, like that's what makes me so sad about the way in which Madrid won, because they were holding their own so well against Real, and I think that shows too with the result against PSG.
Yeah, I think so. Having watched many De Zerbi games, I can tell you with certainty that he plays a lot better against a better opponent. Like his approach to football is almost meant to be played at that level. When you have a team that is below them that like sits back and just park the bus and like they don't give a fuck about holding the ball, I think that's where it gets a little bit stagnant. But like you talk about beating the press, like this guy has got that. His Brighton side was so good at beating the press. And yeah, I mean, I think, obviously that Zerbi is going to have a long career, but where should he go after Marseille, do you think? So far he's been in Prem at Brighton, Serie A at Sassuolo, and I think that's it. Oh no, he was at Shakhtar for a while during the pandemic. Yeah, that was an interesting spell.
I could see him having like a Cuddy like national team run.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be.
Yeah, I mean, his style of football doesn't really translate well to national teams, but because he's like a, you know, like he just puts these guys in a training facility 24 hours a day and just drills them, you know.
Yeah.
With national teams, you have like 3 practices, then you gotta go and play. That's why it's kind of bullshit football to me. Like I don't like watching nations as much. Like maybe in bigger tournaments where they have time to prepare, yes, but these qualification rounds, friendlies, they're like kind of scrapped together with like 2 practices and then they go play. It's like
yeah.
I
was
would
just
like
trying to think what would be interesting. But
I would like to see him in like, or maybe like, you know, Atletico after Simeone.
What about like Aston Villa?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's made for the Premier League. This guy, like, because in the Prem, the approach of most teams is like, oh, we're gonna play. We're gonna play to get the result. Also, we're not just gonna sit back.
Nottingham Forest. I'm just gonna list clubs that are likely to sack their manager. West Ham,
yeah. But I mean, he's not gonna leave this season. I think he's gonna stay definitely at Marseille for a little while. Yeah, Leeds might have been a crazy one. Arlo,
maybe I'll shelf.
How crazy was this game?
It was sick,
bro. Guys, coming from Europe, I thought I would never get this attached to Liga MX, but like this shit is crazy. Like you guys gotta watch Liga MX.
This graphic is sick.
Garrett's been telling me this for years, but yeah, exactly. Even the graphic is
crazy.
The commentators are sick. They're talking about anything but the game. They're just talking about some shit. Like it's amazing. And then in this game, you have Sergio Ramos, you have Ocampos, you have Saint Maximin, you have crazy goalkeepers, Nahuel. You have, I mean, dude, they're stacked, the teams.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's a mix of like end-to-end football and also some more like, it seems like Liga MX always strikes me as there's a lot of room on the pitch. Like there's a lot of like long switches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it'll be kind of like like long switches and then some crazy end-to-end stuff. Yeah, dude, it's got interesting stuff.
Loki, the stadium like at Azteca feels like 3 times the size. Like it's crazy. Like when you watch those games, like they're switching all the time. Like just like big plays, big swings. Like it's interesting.
It's a huge pitch plan. We should look up the dimensions at some point. I bet it's a huge ass field.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely feels like that. But yeah, Monterrey is still in first. I think, I mean, it's interesting because Arlo, I just hit the fucking Paramount guy.
Interesting.
The fucking Paramount Italian commentator that says interesting because it's time to call it, guys. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's it.
One more thing.
This was a weird.
One more thing. Ousmane Dembele.
Oh my god.
Oh yes. Oh,
we don't have the slide. We don't have the graphics, but it's.
No, I added that in. I guess I didn't do it in time. You used the downloaded version. Interesting because Ousmane Dembele, Ballon d'Or. Yes. I think well deserved. Well deserved. Would love to see Lamine though this year somehow.
If they win the World Cup,
hasn't been a great start, but yeah, the World Cup I think is gonna be whoever wins the World Cup in that squad. They're gonna find someone to give the Ballon d'Or to.
If Uzbekistan wins, then they'll give it to someone.
Yeah, they're giving it to Kosanov.
Yes,
right? Doesn't he play for Uzbekistan? Yeah, there you go, Kosanov Ballon d'Or.
All right, heard it here first. Kosanov.
You heard it here.
I would love to see Kenan Yildiz Ballon d'Or. Turkey wins the World
sick.
Cup.
Oh, sick.
No, fuck, he plays
Also,
for you.
I love
What the fuck am I saying?
this
Cut
graphic
this
is
shit.
sick.
What this
There's facial expression and then the kick. It's just,
Every week I try to find the most unhinged photo to put in the
also
last slide.
check the boots.
And we were crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. This has got to be Turkey, Netherlands of some time ago. This looks like maybe 2008. Yeah.
Yeah, I see Holland on the socks.
The OG F50s and the CTRs. It's classic, like 2013, 2014, 2015. Sometime in there.
Oh yeah.
Look at the shin guard size.
Shingers are pretty big, low key. I don't know.
Hey, look at those.
Look at
big
those.
boys.
Yeah, this fool looks like he has like a pack of Marlboros in there. Like,
we had to do the goal tech at a game recently where you break up some cardboard and put it in the sock.
I've fully done that.
Oh yeah,
I've fully done that.
It felt so.
It's a good vibe.
In a tournament this weekend, and I was reading all the rules for it, and you have to wear shin guards. And I'm like, I don't own shin guards right now. I'm just gonna find a nice scrap of cardboard to shove in there. Call it a day.
Yeah. There you go. Gives you 20% more speed.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. Verifiable.
All right.
All right.
Now you can see all my tabs of researching football. Yeah. Like I said, I'm tired today.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
thank you for watching.
Thank you, Mateo, for hosting.
Thank you for a great combo. Of course. We'll see you next week.